Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at unpredictable powerful technique Paikuhan and how good he is at 55% in the hidden potential system. Now Paikuhan is, and I guess always will be, one of those characters that you either love or hate from the anime. Well, not hate, but you're not really that into. For me, I really dig him. He was Piccolo version 2.0, but a little bit different, something different to really enjoy, especially from the movie. But Paikuhan, yeah, his LR, really good. So Otherworld Warriors or Saviors lead, category 200%, key +3. This, honestly, very simple, very straightforward. Both these categories needed a lead, they needed a 200% lead. It being Paikuhan is not really a problem for me. I think that's great. In his base form, he greatly raises attack and defense in one turn. On his 18 key, greatly raises attack and massively raises defense one turn. So he's permanently raising his attack, which is fine. Then, well, sorry, he's not permanently raising his attack. He's just raising both of them for one turn. In terms of his passive, key +3, attack and defense of 250%, high chance of evading the enemy's attack. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow. When there's another Otherworld Warriors or tournament participants category ally attacking the same turn, all allies get key +3, attack and defense of 40%. As the second attacker in the turn, he will reduce Otherworld Warriors or tournament participants category allies damage reduction rate by 10% for 2 turns. This is only temporary. It only lasts for the very first time it activates, but it's still pretty good. As the second or third attacker in the turn, he will guard all attacks, high chance of performing a crit, launch an additional attack, there's a high chance of coming a super, and increases evasion by 20%, which means he has an effective 70% evasion rate as the second attacker. When attacking with 18 or more ki, he will have attack and defense of 150%. Paikuhan in his base form is pretty good. 200k start turn defense, a 70% evasion rate as the second or third attacker, and he'll hit, I want to say, decent stats. Like, he's not going to hit anything insane, but he's going to hit something fairly decent. Really, in his base, he is more of a support. I don't want to say he's an outright support, but he's definitely more of a support than he is in his transform state, where he's really just a pure damage dealer. Supreme Warrior, experienced fighter, shocking speed, cold judgment, Otherworld Warriors, fierce battle, legendary power are his link sets, and they don't change between his transformations. And unfortunately, he is only on 6 categories: Battle Wits, Otherworld Warriors, Saviors, Storied Figures, Tournament Participants, and Worthy Rivals. But then it's time to get serious, and he does get serious. Starting from the 4th turn in battle, he will enter Paikuhan Seriousness Mode. Now, Paikuhan Seriousness Mode is not someone you want to mess around. He is a huge damage dealer. Greatly raising his attack and defense one turn on his 12 key, massively raising attack and defense one turn on his 18 key. He has key +5, attack and defense of 300%. Guards all attacks. Great chance of evasion, which is 70%. Great chance of crit, which is 70%. An additional key +2 per rainbow key sphere. He still generates rainbow key spheres. Before receiving an attack within the turn, he gets key +3. And chance of evasion of 10%. So that means before he attacks, he has an 80% evasion rate, which is pretty good, rivaling units like MUI. When attacking, he has attack and defense of 50%. When attacking with 12 or more ki, he has attack and defense of 70%. When attacking with 18 or more ki, he has attack and defense of 100% up. When attacking with 24 ki, he has attack of 150% up with attacks guaranteed to hit. And for every rainbow key sphere obtained, he will have attack of 30% plus an additional critical hit of 10%. Paikuhan can hit like a truck. At 55%, he can hit 43 million guaranteed crits pretty much right out the gate very, very easily. And this is technically on a team where he's not operating with a full 200% lead, let alone a full 220% lead. So you can imagine those stats are going to go up even higher when Paikuhan actually operates under a 220% lead team. Overall, Paikuhan is very impressive. In this transform state, one thing he does lack a little bit is that pre-super defense. So after super, he has guard and his defense raises dramatically. Like you'll see, oh, 300k, that's not a lot. That 300k very quickly becomes close to, 1.5 million. Like it shoots up tremendously because he is massively raising on his 18 key. With that massively raising on his 18 key, he's doubling it already. He's then applying a whole bunch of multipliers from his in passive as well. And on top of that, he also will potentially do follow-up attacks, which greatly raise again. So his defense goes up hugely. Really, it's his 80% evasion that you really rely on prior to him firing a super attack. The big thing with Paikuhan that I will say, for me at the very least, is his limited categories. I think he's great. I have nothing against him except for his link set, which is hard to link with like he links great with Paikuhan. He can link great with himself. When transformed, he actually has a lot of options because he can link with AGL strength and even a physical version of himself, just untransformed. He links really well with Nail, and then he like completely drops off, sharing links with like a whole bunch of weird units like Piccolo, Broly, Lemo, Jiren, like just not really units, I would say. He shares a huge array of situations with. He also, unfortunately, is not on BV Heroes because this is the anime Paikuhan, so then he can't really fit under another team, which is a bit of a shame. Although obviously he would then not be on tournament participants, so it is what it is. That in itself is also a bit weird, the whole tournament participants thing, because technically speaking, him requiring tournament participants is a restriction that's just not really needed. Overall, I think Paikuhan is great. I actually genuinely think he is really good. Like, I unironically find him to be incredibly good. I think he is really solid. I think he does a ton of great stuff. I think he's a very useful, reliable unit. I think he is really fun to use. I think he does a fantastic job for his team. I think he helps out a ton of players. So I'm not really against him in any way, shape or form. I think he's a well-designed, well-executed LR. I think where he struggles, unfortunately, is just in the fact that he is so limited in terms of usability. And that is the unfortunate aspect of him overall. Like, I think that's really the most, I want to say, unfortunate component of him as a character, is the fact that he really does just not have the variability in teams. So overall, I think he's great. I think he's a very good unit. If you got him, awesome. And yeah, great.